Your eyes, the heartbeat, your eyes. Your eyes, the heartbeat, your eyes. Your eyes, the heartbeat, your eyes. Your eyes, the heartbeat, your eyes.
But here's the thing, frickin' banjo and no fanfare. This is all good for us. if we don't lose our minds, like Banjo. Banjo has lost his mind. It's pissing me off. If they're lying, I'm lying.
But when you deceive, you're actually trying very hard to set things up in such a way to ensure or guarantee as much as possible that the truth will not be discovered.
Was 24-hour sun in Antarctica acted? Quick and summary video that questions the veracity of the footage at a Union Glacier base. The first question is, why did the channel The Final Experiment remove all the videos it had posted of Antarctica from its channel? Why it would have been the first time that flight radar followed the flight route from Punta Arenas to the Union Glacier base, where over 100 people have been flying for the marathon for 10 years. Why are all the shots of the interviewees taken from a fixed camera like the astronauts do on the alleged ISS? Why is there this telephoto lens that should also move up and down in addition to turning to follow the sun when you only show a video, this one, where you can see the shadow of this mountain, where the other shadows are dubious, and if we use filters, you can clearly see the break between a background and the foreground. Why don't you see anyone go beyond this point?
For somebody like me and like you, we've never been in the South.
Never been in the South.
Never been in the South. Never been in the South. Never been in the South.
I know them. I've met them. I've hung out with them. I consider them good friends.
So at least we know we have two solid guys.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show today, Sunday in the US, Monday morning, Japan. Hello, everybody who's here. A lot of good people. Made some shout out. Waco, Texas in the house. Western New York State. Welcome to the show. Lisa from Louisiana. How are you, Lisa? Hope you're doing fine today. South of Buffalo, New York in the house. Crystal. How are you, Crystal? Hope you're doing fine. Amanda. How are you, Amanda? Blue Star is in the house too. Nice to have you here. Hi. Tammy. How are you, Tammy? Tammy George is in the house. My good friend Yuko here from Japan. Hello, Yuko. Hope you're doing fine. Mad Max. So many good people here. Eagle, S3 Eagle. We have Solomon 4. So many good people here. Michigan's in the house. Are you Jairo from Brazil? Jairo's from Brazil. So a lot of good people. Thank you so much for being here. True Earth. Welcome to the show, everyone. Hope you guys are doing fine. So you heard that Dave Weiss saying that TFE would be good for Flat Earth. I don't know where he got that idea from. Nothing though that those guys did had been good for Flat Earth, you know. I still like, see, I live in Asia. I get TikToks from the Philippines, from Indonesia, you know, from different countries in Asia. And you still see them making TikToks videos making fun of Behind the Curve, Jaron and Bob Noddle. Still today, you know, just got a message from Flat Earth Patriot. So, I mean, Flat Earth Deplorable. Flat Earth Patriots in the house. So, how are you, brother? Hope you're doing fine in Calgary, Canada. So, just to share some images here. So, I caught a short video on TikTok, very short. You know, somebody was talking about the situation between Whitsitt and his wife. I think they divorced, They got a divorce. So I don't know what, like David Weiss saying that it's all good for flat Earth. I don't know if this thing has been good at all, because you see that their personal lives already affected. You're gonna have like, we said, have what, 2 children, gonna grow up either without the father or without the mother around. How good has he brought? Just like this guy, he sold out, big time sellout. His wife divorced him because she is a true biblical cosmology flat earther, true one. He did everything behind her back. He sold out, totally sold out. So she divorced him, and as the guys in Brazil say, she found a alpha male. She dumped the beta male. She found an alpha male, and under new direction. Her channel, Flat Earth channel. So I don't know what good might have come out from this whole Flat Earth TFE and those shields together. Nothing good came out of it. So as Flat Earth Deplorable shared with me, I'm gonna find the stuff right here in just a minute. All they gave us were good talking points to Globers. This week, I don't get on TikTok live. Rarely. I mean, I've done this like 2 years ago. So this week I saw there was a lady, a flat earther. She went live, and she had a guy from Australia, Glober. He claimed to be an ex-flat earther, but because of 2 things, he said he left flat Earth. One thing, he said that the stars rotate from left to right. So I really had to get on that live. I had to. I was busy here, but I had to go on that live stream. And then, I just told him, you're lying. Scumbag, I'm from Brazil. All stars rise east and set west. Same thing in Australia. It rises here in Sydney and sets in Perth. All stars come from the east and sets in west. Okay? So lying, total lying guy. Poor lady from the US doesn't know better. He was trying to deceive her, telling her that the stars in Australia rise right and set left. Of course, because you're facing north. You got this guy here in Australia. You're gonna see, but the stars always rise east and sets west. Always goes around here. So it was the first time in nearly 2 years that I had to get on. I was there for like 3 minutes only. I just told that guy that he was lying because he was telling her things that are not true. And he mentions TFE as a proof as well. And I didn't get to talk directly about TFE, but I want him proof. What proofs does he have? Only the TFE stuff videos. How about 2025 footage of the 24-hour sun? How about 2023, 2022, 2021? As we saw in the intro video, over 100 people travel to Union Glacier every year for that race. Not a single video of a 24-hour sun from those guys. Not a single one. Only the shields at TFE. And David Weiss claims that thing was good for flat Earth. I mean, these guys have been more than exposed. And, I was really disappointed because this live that this video I watched about which city having gotten a divorce, which I didn't know, was actually Caleb and Jaron. They were talking and they were very friendly. I'm pretty disappointed because Caleb believed the guys that they saw the 24-hour sun, or he's just covering for them. So big disappointment on Caleb, supporting those actors because those are actors. Jaron is an actor. chill. It's been chill. When you listen to his shows back from 2016, you see now how fake he sounds. You know, he sounds really fake. So let me just download a couple images here that I had, and I just forgot. I want to share with you, and I want to be talking about North Pole today. You know, it's been coming up, and very important things going on. They are keeping us distracted with a lot of things that they are distracting us with. So let me download these images real quick. Then we should be good to go. So this one, no, not this one. Okay, this one. Just downloading a couple of images, guys, and then we should be ready to go. I downloaded them. I mean, I sent to myself. I just forgot to download them. All right, so I think we should be good to go in just a second. So I hope everyone is doing fine today. I had a very complicated week. You know, I've been having some issues, health issues. So it was hard. It was really, really hard this week. Uh, too cold here, you know, very cold. Our electric heater doesn't heat us as well as, for example, in the US, you have central heating system. And here in Japan, we depend on an electric. And I have a one that's kerosene based, but the problem is like a couple times that I turned that on this week, it was bad. It was like breathing monox, you know, like whatever the gas from cars, you know. I felt sick immediately. I felt like fainting. So I had to turn it off. I just saving these images here and we should be good to go. All right, just give me 1 second. Let me move to this folder. Give me just a second, okay. So even though I had prepared everything, you know, there's always some setbacks. I think we are okay now. So shout out to Flutter Deplorable. She shared with me this image this morning. Katie Hovind, another big time Globe shield. Hi, Kent Hovind, Dr. Kent Hovind, the most expensive oops in science history. What happens when you spend $20,000 to prove the Earth is flat, but your own equipment tells you you're wrong? In a now famous experiment, a group of flat Earth researchers, two clowns, you know, two puppets, we use high precision lasers and boards to prove that the Earth has no curve. So this is Kent Hovind gaslighting, being as shield as he is, Globe shield, Jesuit puppet. I mean, pushing the whole Zionist dispensationalism doctrine, shield from top to bottom, from head to toes, you know. And of course, using the puppets here, just two puppets here, all of them, um, you know, behind the curve, TFE, all those puppets. And this is what, you know, Dave Rice claims to be good thing for flat Earth, only in their mind, you know. The only good thing out of those guys are, you know, making fun and discrediting the Bible. These people lead people to discredit the Bible, biblical cosmology. That's what they offer. Right? So I don't know. I think you should avoid listening to these guys. All right, so let's go on to the topic I want to talk today. And let me just check my the chat a little bit here. So some more people joining in. So hello everyone who just joined in. DJ, how are you, DJ New Moon? Good to see you here. Greetings from Ecuador. That's nice. Welcome to the show. That's amazing. I got my father was born right on the Ecuador line, in Brazil, not the country of Ecuador, but the equator, at the equator in Brazil. Yeah, True Earth is still strong. All right, so let's go on to the topic I want to talk today. Shout out to Pastor Daniel Canepa. He uploaded a couple of videos on the little season, and I mirrored this video this weekend. I got a lot of comments. People are still, thank you so much. Yes, a lot of health issues going on. The whole system, is designed to kill us. And then, so yeah, here we don't have good medical, uh, you know, resources. So it's very difficult. So let me share what I have with you today. Let's start with this Niagara Falls in the house. Thank you for being here. Let's take a look at this video here real quick.
But in doing it, I'm helping Europe, I'm helping NATO, and I've until the last few days when I told them about Iceland, they loved me. But now what I'm asking for is a piece of ice, cold and poorly located, that can play a vital role in world peace and world protection. They're not there for us on Iceland, that I can tell you. I mean, our stock market took the first dip yesterday because of Iceland. So Iceland's already cost us a lot of money.
The commander-in-chief turned his gaze north to ice, silence, and power. Greenland.
We need Greenland from a national security situation. It's so strategic. Right now, Greenland is covered with Russian and Chinese ships all over the place. We need Greenland from the standpoint of national security. And Denmark is not going to be able to do it, I can tell you.
And just like that, the MAGA machine roared to life. A map of Greenland draped in the American flag. One word stamped across it. Soon. Trump's language is no longer casual or joking. The ice is melting, the Arctic is opening, and Greenland is no longer just frozen land.
We all know that the Arctic is important strategically, militarily, and in terms of the economy as well. And now we can work on this together.
Today, the White House press secretary gave this statement to the BBC in which she said that President Trump has made it well known that acquiring Greenland is a national security priority of the United States and that it's vital to deter our adversaries in the Arctic region. The President and his team, she said, are discussing a range of options to pursue this important foreign policy goal. And, of course, utilising the US military is always an option at the Commander-in-Chief's disposal.
Just 2 hours ago, the leaders touched down in the northwestern US state, exchanging a few words, some smiles and handshakes as they met.
Look at that red carpet, their summit.
5 now. History is unfolding in Anchorage, Alaska tonight. Russian President Vladimir Putin is on U.S. soil for the first time in 10 years.
By the way, what are we doing with Greenland? We got to do something with Greenland. Where's my advanced team? Go to Greenland. They must have some satellite needs or something that we could do there. But we are coloring the world blue.
All right, you see there, some people say that Trump only misspoke about Iceland. I don't think so. I don't think they misspeak when talking about that, because many of the things they mentioned in the past, they say they were just joking. They were not. You see all the things that's going on right now. A lot of people think that many of the changes in the politics in the US are just happening by coincidence. Some other people say that everything had been already planned before in a document called Project 2025, something like that. So these people are not misspeaking, So there we have Greenland right here. That's why I colored, and Canada, which they all say that's going to be next, So it's going to be one big thing here, Greenland. And this is Iceland. Now he's talking about Iceland right here. Okay. So it's pretty much encircling the center, the North Pole, the mountain, and the four islands. We have Russia here on this side, where according to those old maps where Gog and Magog are located right here. Have Europe, you know. And for some of you who don't know, I learned this recently. You know, initially, just like everybody, I thought those 12 stars meant the 12 founding nations of the European Union. But actually, those 12 stars represent the 12 tribes of Israel. So, you know, a lot of things that coming up. So they are, you know, surrounding the center, the middle, the North Pole. So my opinion is that they might not be planning to attack the North Pole until things happen. I think they're just trying to contain this whatever is going on in the North Pole, prevent them from maybe acting while they do what they want to do with the rest of the world, you know, all the nations, while they implement whatever plans they have, you know, in their mind. It's kind of keeping them, you know, the North Pole, like circled, unable to do anything, you know, against them. But I believe, you know, they will, you know, the king of the North here. I'm not talking about, you know, the false king. I'm talking about the Lord. You know, this is the Mount Zion, the Mount of the Lord. I think the Lord will do something against those nations, and that's when they will plan to attack. Right? That's my opinion. Once the, you know, the King Jesus starts really acting against those nations, that's when they will plan to attack the North Pole. That's my opinion. You know, it's not prophecy. It's not saying the Lord told me. That's my opinion. That's how I've been studying this stuff and looking at their steps, what the things they're doing. There are no enemies, you know. When Trump says, "Oh, we need China is approaching or Russia," no, you just saw him welcoming Putin with the red carpet. And if just a couple months ago, 2 months ago, was a big reception to Chinese premier, you know, the Z, whatever his name is, the prime minister or president or dictator of China, had a big welcome in the US, Mar-a-Lago, big party. So these people are not enemies, you know, they're not doing this to prevent China or Russia. There is something else, you know. That's what they want us to believe, that it's politically motivated, you know, militarily motivated. But I believe there is a spiritual side of it. It's not just, you know, geography here playing and military maneuvers. I believe there is a spiritual meaning. There's a reason why they're circling the North Pole. It's the only region that they don't really have power. They have power over every nation. I mean, it's just amazing how so many things we need to talk today, like how those nations work in harmony. For example, the pandemic, all the nations doing the same thing, you know, all the nations following the same orders. So it's amazing how they all obey the same orders, you know, and they do this stuff here, like politically here, fire a couple of, you know, weapons here, there, but they all work together. They are united. And I'm going to show you this, you know. I share with some of my friends, you know, like I'm renewing my Brazilian passport because it expires this year. And the Brazilian authorities in Brazil said that they are going to stop issuing passports temporarily. You know, there was a news, so that's why some of us are rushing Mine expires in April, so I need to get my renew now because I needed my passport up to date in order to renew my permanent card here in Japan, which expires in 2027. But I've been looking at this stuff. These are a couple news just came this week, came out. China's toughest passport plus $1,000 remittance crackdown. Exit almost impossible. So China is preventing their citizens to leave the country. Why? There's something going on. They don't want to have their citizens caught up in other countries. You know, it's not. This is not about that China is, keeping people from fleeing. It's that they know something's coming up because I see this happening in other places. As I said, Brazil recently, just in December, they said the government said they will limit or stop. They saying they don't have same thing as the U.S. The U.S. say, oh, they don't have the paper, whatever they need to print passports. They running out or something. Brazil is saying the same. So all those countries are running out of paper to issue passports. That doesn't make any sense. Another one from China. This was in Russia. This whole video is in Russian. I use AI to translate. China is closing its borders and confiscating its citizens' passports. What are the country's plans? So this was uploaded Friday. So what is not the plans? What are they hiding? What they know that we don't know? Why are they doing this? So perhaps another lockdown. They don't want to have their citizens outside of China. Breaking, China grabs passports everywhere, ordinary citizens included, escaping now impossible. So this is how came, it was uploaded this week, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And so why are they preventing their citizens to go abroad? So there is something that they know, all these nations, they work together. They're not enemies, So this moving at the North Pole, it doesn't mean that they are telling, oh, it's a military move because, China is here or Russia. No, they are friends. They are big time friends. These people are not enemies, So there's something going on. I believe there's a spiritual side of it, right? Now, let me play a song now. It's not like I want to change subject. No, this song is important because it has to do what we are talking right now. So pay attention on the lyrics on this song. Please pay close attention.
In 722 BC on the streets of Samaria, they checked your name, they checked your face. If you resisted, you were killed. If others helped, their blood was spilled. If you fit the mark they came to find, they took your home, they took your life. Your fate was sealed, branded or stamped, and they you hauled away into a camp. History stays, although they try to delete it, and those who forget the past are condemned to repeat it. In 135 CE on the streets of Judea, they checked your name, they checked your face. If you resisted, you were killed. If others helped, their blood was spilled. If you fit the mark they came to find, they took your home, they took your life. Your fate was sealed, branded or stamped, and they you hauled away into a camp. History stays, although they try to delete it, and those who forget the past are condemned to repeat it. In 1938, on the streets of Siberia, they checked your name, they checked your face. If you resisted, you were killed. If others are helped, their blood was spilled. If you fit the mark they came to find, they took your home, they took your life. Your fate was sealed, branded or stamped, and they you hauled away into a camp. History stays, although they try to delete it, and those who forget the past are condemned to repeat. In 1942, on the streets of America, they checked your name, they checked your face. If you resisted, you were killed. If others helped, their blood was spilled. If you fit the mark they came to find, they took your home, they took your life. Your fate was sealed, branded or stamped, and they you hauled away into a camp. History stays, stays, although they try to delete it. And those who forget the past are condemned to repeat. In 1943, on the streets of Germany, they checked your name, they checked your face. If you resisted, you were killed. If others held, their blood was spilled. If you fit the mark, they came to find. They took your home, they took your life. Your fate was sealed, branded or stamped, and they you hauled away into a camp. History stays, although they try to delete it. And those who forget the past are condemned to repeat it.
So powerful song because talking about some people say, oh, the mark of the beast is coming. And we say, we that now believe that we are in Satan's little season. This thing already happened back in the 70 AD, 66, 70 AD. They are just copying what they have done before. You know, this thing has been going on for many, many years. And there are other ways they prevent us from doing things, you know. So let me check the comments and then we get back. I don't want to move from the subject. I feel like today I think I had less sugar. I can read, you know, sometimes I need my reading glasses, but I can read today. So now they are getting ready to put out, yeah, the vac, another one, other, you know, stuff coming, jabs coming, you know. Those two clips of Trump looks like two different people. I agree. Yeah, you know, maybe actor, maybe doubles. You know. Thanks. I will get those vitamin D. I need vitamin D so bad. I do. I know I need vitamin D. Haven't been out much. You know, it's so cold to go outside, but I know I need vitamin. Gonna order me some today. One word government planning forwards. Greenland has rare. No, it's not for the minerals. It's really there's more than that because they own that stuff. You know, they can buy, they can sell. I heard they interview a couple of people from Greenland, and they were saying, well, we have stuff we can sell. You know, they can make money and sell those stuff. You know, for cheap. You know, it's not for that reason. And they are arming themselves. You know, that the Trump just ordered like icebreakers and all that stuff. Right, Emmy? So, yeah, maybe the USA is Gog and Russia Magog, perhaps. You know? Let me see. Chris, shout out to Christian here. We exposed Duffield leader is saying on video that he did not see. Oh, yes, he did not see the 24-hour sun. By the way, that QOP, shout out to QOP, the documentary he did on TFE, he has done video with Sid's wife saying they did not see the 24-hour sun there. Actually, she said something like, there's no 24-hour sun in Antarctica, you know? Yeah, they're surrounding the Camp of the Saints, the New Jerusalem, right there. So many people believe Russia and USA are enemies, but both are controlled by Shabbat. Exactly, they're controlled by the same people. Yeah, they don't, you know, a lot of things going on. So, all right, so let's get back to the topic that I think that has to do. Hello, hi, everybody who's joining in right now. Okay, I'm not familiar with this, brother, but I'll check it out, okay? Thanks for all the tips on, you know, I need to get some vitamin D, this beet raw pounder here. So let's go back to the topics here that we're talking. The lyricism, right? So let me share my screen again. All right, so here we have the North Pole again. And this is an old map, 1950 school map, explains why Trump wants Greenland. You see the bomber, the B-52 bomber, aimed, directed at the North Pole, not towards Germany or Moscow right here, but towards the North Pole. You know, somebody made this comment. This is a German map, 1945, and you see there the US B-52 bomber, you know, directed at the North Pole. So they know the true enemies, you know, the true enemies, not our enemy, but their enemy is, you know, Jesus. That's their enemy, Jesus Christ. So they hate the Lord. So they're gonna come from all nations, you know, even from the Nephilims or whatever they call them, the fallen angels. They're gonna come against the camp of the saints. All right. And I've shown you guys a couple times before that this land is there. There's land there. They don't show, just like they don't show many islands, you know, several islands they don't show. Even if you go to Google Earth, you think there's no land in one place, but there is land there. Like islands, there are many islands here that are hidden from radars, from the global or geographic positional system, the GPS. So these are the nations according to Netanyahu, but many others have turned blue. You know, it just shows how they are controlling. So finally, I haven't seen this map, the map being displayed in websites in a while, but I was looking at the oceans and I found this one, this website talking about the three oceans, the Indian Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, the Pacific Ocean. They displayed on a map. I was really surprised. Okay, so the orange one's the Pacific, and the green one is the Indian Ocean, and the purple is the Atlantic Ocean, and we have the so-called Arctic Ocean right here. I was happy to see this. It's not in high resolutions though, so it's not worth sharing. Okay, because it's not worth. All right, I got this. This is a book from 1983, I guess, if I'm not sure. It has nothing to do with TikTok we know today. It's the book called TikTok. And you see here, this guy had a robot breaking the firmament and grabbing people, you know. So like some sort of I don't know how to say, like you know, display hidden messages, you know, about the firmament. Guys, I want to share something with you. This happens in Brazil. And I actually was in this very same road right here. This is what this guy is doing. I did the same thing. This is a place in Brazil, in Mato Grosso state. Okay, it's a downhill where you have your car on neutral, and the car starts going back up the mountain. Now, I did the same thing as this guy is doing right now, but I did back in 1994. And I didn't know anything about flat Earth back then. I know nothing. I just found, wow, this thing really happens, you know. The same thing this guy is doing. You stop the car, put on neutral, and the car starts moving back towards the top of the mountain. So right there, you have gravity debunked. You know, it debunks gravity. And we have another place in Brazil. This is the same place. And this is a different place, but the same situation. It's called Ladeira do Amendoim, peanuts downhill, something like that. So you stop the car, and the car starts moving back towards the top of the hill. All right. So I do have a video that I want to share with you guys. This is in English, and I believe the guy is either Australian or British. I don't know. So take a listen to this one right here.
This is ridiculous. You go into this spot, the guy gets out of the car, and the car goes back Up the hill. It goes back up the hill. How does it work? Look, the driver's out the car. I can't believe this. This is ridiculous. Look.
This is Magnetic Hill. I'm going to drive down. Karen will videotape in a sec. I'm going to drive down the hill, stop towards the bottom bit, turn the car off and put it in neutral, and it will reverse back up the hill. Righto. Just turn the camera around. Righto, we're going to go down. As you can see, we're going downhill. Okay. Put it in neutral. Car's off.
We are actually moving backwards.
We are rolling back up the hill. Like, what the?
That's actually pretty cool. Look at it. And we're back past where we started.
What the? What sort of black magic is this? No way.
Same thing happened. We did the same. I did the same thing in Brazil, but that was back in 1994, almost 30 years ago. Had no idea, about the shape of the Earth, anything. Right there, you see gravity being debunked, in real time. Yeah, it's called Magnetic Hill. That's right. So no gravity there. Yes, doesn't work. Gravity doesn't work in that place. Very interesting stuff. So if you go, it's in Brazil, it's called Chapada do Guimarães. You have to travel like to Rio, São Paulo, another plane to Mato Grosso State, Cuiabá. That's about an hour and a half drive from Cuiabá airport, Chapada do Guimarães. And then you go, you experiment that stuff. So guys, let me go ahead and choose a song, first song of the day. Since we are talking about, let me see. I'm going to play a song that I haven't played in a while. And that's going to be not Jabba, Amber, Letter Reggae. We are leave the test. I'm gonna play this laser test song. Haven't played in a while.
Turn on the news, it's all a lie. Elites in suits deciding who lives and dies. Gates on stage, smiling wide, talking population like it's genocide. They own the airwaves, control the feed. Big pharma profits while the people bleed. He stood up tall in that TED light glow, 2010, let the whole world know. 6.8 billion headed to 9, but with our shots and health design, we can lower that 10-15%. Didn't say kill, but that's what he meant. Jabs, healthcare, reproductive control, saving the kids, nothing in the soul. Big pharma pockets lined with gold, while we line up doing what we're told. Government pushes the needle deep, media calls us crazy if we speak. Bill Gates wants left of us on this earth, talking to population like it's rebirth. Shots in our arms for profit and gain. Big pharma laughs while we feel the pain. Government lies, media pins the tail. Wake up, fight back, we will not fail. We will not fail. He said it plain on camera, no shame. Lower the numbers, playing his game. Elites decide who breathes the air while we pay the price. It ain't fair, they traumatize us, steal our rights slow for power and money. That's the show. He warned us clear, another wave coming soon. Fauci echoed the tune under the moon. Surprise outbreak, they both prophesied. How they know, cause it's planned inside. Events will now unfurl rehearse the fear. Months before the disease appeared, lock us down, steal our rights away for control and cash. That's how they play. Big pharma rush the shots to market fast. Billions in profits, side effects mass. Government mandates, no questions asked. Bill Gates wants less of us on this earth, talking depopulation like it's rebirth. Shots in arms for profit and gain. Big pharma laughs while we feel the pain. Government lies, media spins the tale. Wake up, fight back, we will not fail. We will not fail. They poison the well, then sell the cure. Trauma and fear keep us insecure. Needles and mandates divide and rule, while billionaires watch from their private pool. Media blackouts on the injured cry. Censor the truth, spread the lies. Carrie Mullis, Nobel Truth Teller, bold inventor of peace, see our story untold. Before he died in 2019, said loud and clear on the screen, these tests ain't made for diagnosis at all, just amplification, that's the call. Can't tell sick from well, just fragments they find, but they use it to lock down mankind. Convenient time, and he spoke the truth, then gone too soon, no more proof. Megalomaniacs in their ivory towers, playing God with unholy powers. Media puppets repeat the script. Big pharma rakes in every cent. They traumatize kids, destroy the free, offer their new world tyranny. But we see through the smoke and lies. The people rise, open their eyes. No more chains, no more control. We take back our bodies, our minds, our soul. Gates Fauci, the whole damn crew. Your game's exposed, we're coming for you. No more fear, no more blind trust. Your empire crumbles into dust. Of us on this earth, talking depopulation like it's rebirth. Shots in arms for profit and gain. Big pharma laughs while we feel the pain. Government lies, media spins the tale. Wake up, fight back, we will prevail. We will prevail. He said it himself. 10 to 15, lower the number, know what I mean. Carry wonders, test for fraud. Rise up now, against the overlords. We won't bow, we won't break. Truth will win, for humanity's sake.
Extremely powerful song, just like the first one. When we forget the past, we are condemned to repeat it. All the stuff that went on in 2020, and pretty much soon it's gonna repeat. And most of the people are just NPCs. They're gonna go right after fall back into the same trap, doing the same thing. Shout out to you, Alisa. Thanks for ordering a beautiful Gleason's map. Hope you're gonna be very happy with the result. Shout out to Rick Hinkley. He prints these maps, and he does a nice job. Thank you so much. Yeah, I hope you get to visit, before the totalitarian government takes over there. I mean, we have no choice, because right now we have extreme left and probably extreme right government will be installed. Both of them serving, the Satan, the world leaders. It's still a nice place, beautiful, because it's created by God. The whole world is created by God, so it's a beautiful place. You saw that high mountain where they had the movie. I keep forgetting the name of that very high waterfall. I forgot, guys. If you guys can remember, it's not the Victoria Falls in South Africa. It's the one they made that cartoon app where the guy wanted to go with his wife on his house attached to many balloons and land there on top of the mountain. That's actually in Brazil, on the border of Brazil and Venezuela and the Guianas. I showed this video 4 or 5 weeks ago. I forgot the name of that falls. I keep forgetting, but it's a beautiful. I'll find in a minute. Let me go on some of the comments here. So there's a couple more. Oh, I lost it. I'll get it again. All right, so let me share this because it's what we have been going on talking right now. So I came across this interesting video, so I saved some screenshots on all the insane asylums. So these stuff were massive, made with rocks like bricks, not bricks. I forgot the name of the rocks they were made. Okay, so they were actually repurposed. They were already built. They just used these as insane asylums. Many of them, and they were way more widespread than I believed. Like you had the same thing, the same in the 1800s. They came up with these. U.S., Canada, England, France, Germany, Russia, even Argentina, Australia. See, they were granite rocks, massive. So they show here, but they were probably repurposing the buildings. They were not really building them. They were repurposing. And the victims, they were the people who were led to these insane asylums. They were deemed insane because of two things: religious beliefs, things they believed, like they were living in a golden age, and everything changed. And some of them were also led to those insane asylums because they called them memory, whatever. I forgot the name. It's like they were false memory, because they say, like, for example, things like, no, the streets were not like this. There were buildings. The streets level were much lower. It's not like this. They were saying, and they were led to those insane asylums, treated as mental crazy people. The problem, they say they had false memory. They were suffering from false memory, and they were led, thousands, if not millions of them were led to those insane asylums. So guys, this is what situation we are today. I have to tell you the truth. Back in 2020, when I saw China welding some doors in apartments, preventing people from leaving so they could just die in their apartments. And my apartment is made of iron. So that means they can weld, So back in 2020, since I talk about flat earth, we criticized all those lying governments. I was scared they were going to do something like that, with me, Believe it or not, many people, I get messages say, oh, I was searching for flat earth in Japan and it was led to you. And I said, how? I don't even make videos in Japanese. So believe it or not, the guys, they know what I talk about. They know where I live, and I don't hide. I'm showing my family here. I don't hide anything. I don't have nothing to hide. But big chances, whenever they come up with something again, and now they are not doing insane asylums anymore. They're just taking people to meat processing, plants. That's what I believe. They keep finding like human teeth in hamburgers. So that's why they are taking people now. Back then in 1800s, They took millions of people to those insane asylums for things like false memories, or because they were talking about religious era, golden era, which I believe was the end of the millennial kingdom when Satan took over. And that's where they were put, all those people. They took away their children and they repopulated cities with their children, you know, while the old people died here. Now, no families, no kids. They took away everything they had. So if you are a truther, chances are that we're going to get the same treatment because there are many and they rule this world, So unless, the Lord intervenes, which I believe he will intervene, that's why they will resort to attacking, the North Pole. This is Rome in the 1920s or late 1800s, totally buried. It shows the destruction. I believe Jerusalem was the Babylon, the mystery Babylon that killed the prophets and killed the Messiah, the King, Jesus Christ. And so there was a revenge. Everything was destroyed, Rome and Jerusalem. So that place is not blessed anymore. It's cursed because that's the place where the Lord was killed. Sometimes I watch videos of abandoned houses, and many of those abandoned houses, sometimes farms or big properties, they were abandoned because a crime happened there. The families don't want to live there anymore. So I don't think the Lord wants to go back to live in a place where they killed him. That's why he has his place at the New Jerusalem at the North Pole. So I get asked a lot of questions, concerning the little season. One guy is keep asking me, where is Jesus now if we are in the little season? And I ask him back, well, let's go back to this important passage here first. Right here. So, and when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea. So if I were a dispensationalist now, I would like to ask him, the dispensationalists, or the people who believe that there is a 2,000 years gap out of nowhere, just like gravity created from nothing, where will Jesus be when Satan is loose and he is out to deceive the nations? And we see here, he's deceiving the nations, all countries. Just like we saw the map now, they map all the nations. And the number is as the sand of the sea, so many, many people. So where will Jesus be then when Satan is loose and deceiving the nations? So some people were not able to answer this question. They turned back on me and said, no, if you're able to answer that question, so you know the answer now. Where is Jesus now? If you think that Jesus will not, so one guy said, oh, Jesus will be reigning. So Jesus is reigning now. He's just allowing those things to happen, right? Because that's what it says. When the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea. So that's what I think is going on right now. He's out to deceive the nations, and they all will come together in the final battle. That's when fire will rain down from the heavens and destroy all of them. So this is one of the questions. And another question that people asking me, well, the Bible says, Jesus said the stars will fall from the firmament, and I haven't seen anything. So my question is, what are the stars in the first place? Stars as living beings and angels. Here we see stars as angels. Job 38:7, where wast thou when I laid the foundations of the earth, when the morning stars sang together, and now the sons of God shouted for joy. So morning stars equals the sons of God equals angels. Stars are angelic beings. Stars are called God's host. Nehemiah 9:6. Thou art Lord alone, thou hast made heaven, the heavens of heavens, without their host. 1 Kings 22:11, 19. I saw the Lord sitting on his throne, and now the host of heavens standing by him. So host of heaven refers to angels, stars, heavenly army. So how big are the stars? Are you thinking like the globers? Are you borrowing the globers, space and stars, giant balls of gases? Stars are angels. Many of them fell. What did happen to Satan? He fell and did what? He walked around. He's walking around deceiving the nations today. You know? So what if those stars really fell to earth? Many, not all, but many. Because I don't think the Bible says all the stars. The stars will fall from heaven. So they fell and they are demons and they are around here helping Satan to deceive the nations. Stars can fall, sin, and be judged. Fallen stars are equal to fallen angels. Isaiah 14:12, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? So Lucifer equals morning star, a star that fell. Revelation 12:3-4, and his tail drew the third part of the stars of heaven, and did cast them to the earth. Stars are cast down, laid fire Satan's angels, Revelation 12:9. Stars imprisoned for sin, Jude 1:13. Wandering stars to whom is reserved the blackness of darkness forever. 2 Peter 2:4, God spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell, and delivered them into chains of darkness. Wandering stars equals to sinful angels. Stars have intelligence and obey commands. Stars fight in wars. In Judges 5:20, they fall from heaven. The stars in their courses fought against Sisera, was a king. Stars have courses, pass a sign, can fight, act intentionally. Stars commanded by God, Psalm 147:4 says, He tells the number of the stars, he called them all by their names. Name implies identity, personhood, authority, relationship. Isaiah 40:26, he brings out their hosts by number. He called them all by names, by the greatness of his might. Stars are as watchers and signs. Stars observe and testify. Daniel 12:3, they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, and they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever. So stars are righteous beings, conscious, enduring, glorified. Stars are for signs, seasons, and judgment. Sorry, I mistyped here. Genesis 1:14, let there be lights in firmament of the heavens for signs and for seasons. Signs equals messages, not random physics. Joel 2:10, the earth shall quake before them, the heavens shall tremble, the sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. Stars respond to divine events. Isaiah 40:26, he bringeth out their hosts by number, he called them all by names, by their greatness. Stars are attached to the firmament. Stars are in the firmament, not infinite space. Genesis 1:17, and God set them in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth. Firmament equals this structure, the boundary. Stars are placed within, not beyond, not in space. Daniel 8:10, it walks great, even the host of heaven, and it casts down some of the hosts of the stars to the ground. Stars are reachable, not trillions of miles away. Number 6, stars will be judged and removed. Stars can be shaken, dissolved, rolled up. Isaiah 34:4, and now the host of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and now their host shall fall down as the leaf fallen. Matthew 24:29, the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. Stars, powers of heaven, authority structures being rulers. And the last one from the book of Enoch. Enoch's quoting Jude 1:14-15, confirming early biblical acceptance. Stars equals angels with free will. First Enoch 18:13-15. I saw 7 stars like great blazing mountains. Then I said, for what sin are they bound? And he said, these are the number of the stars of heaven which have transgressed the commandment of the Lord. Stars in prison for rebellion. First Enoch 21:3-6. I saw 7 stars of the heaven bound together. And the angel said, these are the stars which transgressed, and they are bound here until 10,000 years are completed. Stars equals watchers. Stars descend to earth, take wives, teach what forbidden knowledge, become corrupted. Same narrative as Genesis 6:1-4. So when you say, oh, the stars will fall from the firmament, so what are the stars? Angels. What are their size? Some angels are the size of humans, as you saw in the example of the angels who went to Sodom and Gomorrah to tell, I forgot his name, to leave the city. The people say they are men, they even say they were angels. Okay, so angels are stars. So, even if the stars fell, which I believe it did, you might not be talking about giant balls of gases. That's the problem. Many flat earthers who still believe dispensationalism borrowed everything from Globers, from Kent Hovind, from all those globe pastors, and they don't teach flat earth. They ridicule flat earth. They don't believe in Genesis. They only believe the 6 days creation, and then from there, they don't believe it anymore. So, we need to reinterpret things, starts reinterpreting things, All right, guys, so I talked a lot now, so let me check the comments. I'm sorry for talking so much. It's just like I want to address this stuff, So let me check the comments. I'm going to play one more song. There's one song that I want to play. This one, okay? Let's listen to this song. I'll check the comments. Be right back.
Don't believe the papers. Don't believe the news. 'Cause all that they serve you are opinionated views. Don't switch on my TV, 'cause all they do is lie. And I don't need no programming telling me what to buy. But I believe the truth will set you free. I believe the truth will set you free. Don't believe in aliens. I don't believe the news. I don't believe in war. What are the reasons why they're for? Don't believe celebrities pretending to be what they ain't. Make poverty history, they say, holding the same. But I believe the truth will set you free. I believe the truth will set you free. I believe the truth will set you free. Don't believe the justice system will give you what you deserve. It's all around bad judges and Lucifer they serve. Don't believe banks are honest, they fleece you to the bone. When there's nothing left to get, they'll even take you home. But I believe the truth will set you free. I believe on my TV, 'cause all they do is lie. I don't need no programming telling me what to buy, but I believe the truth will set you free. I believe the truth will set you free. I believe the truth will set you free. I believe the truth will set you, truth will set you free. I believe the 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 truth will set you free.
Hi guys, we're back here. I'm trying to find an image here to highlight. I'm highlighting this comment. Also, what do you make? What do you make of four corners of the earth? Do you believe it is square or rectangular, or do you believe the four corners means the four directions? All right. So I'm trying to find an image, but you know, four quarters. If you cut this in four, you have 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, and 4/4. That's the four quarters of the earth. Because I believe the earth is compassed. You know, that's why I'm trying to find this image here. Because I've presented several times before. You know, and just when I need, can find it. You know, it's very upsetting. You know, every time I sometimes, you know, have it's amazing, you know, like I always have those stuff here. And right now I can't find it. But I believe that the Lord compassed the earth and it stands on four quarters. Okay. And that's the four corners of the earth. I can't find it right now. So I'm sorry. Perhaps next week. Okay. I'll show you. But then let's go back to this Gleason's map. I think we can illustrate a bit. Okay, just like this image right here. Okay, just like the four quarters here. All right, see, it's round, and you have four quarters of the Earth. Right. So I believe the flat Earth is just like we have here. You know, you have a crossing. Let me try to explain this. I have two videos that I want to show you, two links that I want to share. First is this one here that debunks totally the 24-hour sun in Antarctica. So why this is important? Guys, I'm going to explain why this is important right here. So this image here, guys, are from Anthony Powell. If you guys know who Anthony Powell is, the big shill who in 2015-16 faked the 24-hour sun in Antarctica. That one, that Taboo Conspiracy, did a video about it, showing how it loops, how the clouds are the same, everything loops. And even Will Duffy brought him, I think I made a video about him, you know, praising him. So why is this important? This image is important because he recorded the star trails from Antarctica facing south. That's Mount Erebus. Mount Erebus. Okay? So you see how the stars are going from east to west. All stars rise east and goes to west. So there's no way the sun was going to go against the flow of the stars and flow the other way. You got what I say? The sun rotates in the sky just like the stars. The stars, the sun, and the moon, they all rotate from east to west equally. The speed are different, you know, the stars and the sun, they have different. That's why the sun falls behind every month to one constellation, because the stars rotate a little bit faster. But this year debunks their 24-hour sun, because the stars are moving from east to west, and the sun moves the same way from east to west. You cannot have a sun going the opposite direction against the flow of the stars. You just can't. So that's another debunking from their TFE. Shields, actors, Jaron Campanella, an actor, David Wise, control the position, all those guys. Right here, you see debunking their TFE, because he recorded the star trails, stars moving from east to west. He was facing south. The sun cannot be going from west to east or from right to left. The sun does not rotate against the flow of the stars. The sun rotates with the flow of the stars. The same flow, same east to west, little bit slower. That's why the sun falls behind one constellation a month. Very important information, guys. Don't let them deceive you. Don't let flat earthers believe this 24-hour sun in Antarctica. It's a big lie. Correct them. I've seen a couple of flat earthers saying there's a 24-hour sun. Don't let them deceive you. Please do not let these guys deceive you. And another one that I want to share, this one. So you see the globe. Of course, we used to have this projection, the A map. You see how it's divided in 4. Okay, so I believe these are the 4. Just imagine the A map here, the 4 quarters of the earth, or the 4 corners. All right, it's right here, it's divided. So in this projection, it shows the hidden land. Shows what they show us today, but you see the hidden land here in the center. It's all connected. So they don't show these maps today, but sometimes their software make a mistake and they end up showing. So, but next week I'll try, my best not to forget and show you guys. All right, guys, I shared a lot of information today. I even went over, and I want to share a little bit more. Gonna go past 5 minutes today or 10. I want to show you, right, my channel here real quick. So I uploaded this video this weekend, the Little Caesar Eschatology, part 1, 2, and 3. Now, a lot of comments. People are, having opposing views. I understand. This is for, if you're not into biblical cosmology, maybe, let's say eschatology, perhaps this is not an interesting video. But what I want to tell you, if you want to support the channel, get a map. I don't know what they will do, if they're going to place us in insane asylum. I think this time they're just going to send us to the meat processing plants, making hamburgers out of us. But if we have time, if you want to have a map in your house, because digitally, they're probably going to remove all that stuff, from digital platforms. But if you want to support the channel, you can get a map. You can become a Patreon if you want. You can support me on PayPal, right? Just if you feel like it. And I greatly appreciate it. So I hope, guys, I have answered some of the questions today. I'm sorry if I have skipped some. Leave a comment. please leave it in a comment, and I'll address that. Whenever the video is on YouTube, I've uploaded that there. So we've been going on for an hour 26 minutes. Since I don't like to end the show like 133, 124, I'm gonna go on for another 5 minutes. Let's talk. Let's see if we have anything else, and then I'll close the song with the song. Reminding you guys, all the songs I play here are in the playlist. I'm gonna play this song one more time. I really enjoyed it. Okay, this one about history being changed. It's only 2 minutes long, so let's listen one more time.
In 722 BC on the streets of Samaria, they checked your name, they checked your face. If you resisted, you were killed. If others helped, their blood was spilled. If you fit the mark they came to find, they took your home, they took your life. Your fate was sealed, branded or stamped, and they you hauled away into a camp. History stays, although they try to delete it, and those who forget the past are condemned to repeat it. In 135 CE on the streets of Judea, they checked your name, they checked your face. If you resisted, you were killed. If others helped, their blood was spilled. If you fit the mark they came to find, they took your home, they took your life. Your fate was sealed, branded or stamped, and they you hauled away into a camp. History stays, although they try to delete it, and those who forget the past are condemned to repeat it. In 1938 on the streets of Siberia, they checked your name, they checked your face. If you resisted, you were killed. If others are helped, their blood was spilled. If you fit the mark they came to find, they took your home, they took your life. Your fate was sealed, branded or stamped, and they you hauled away into a camp. History stays, although they try to delete it, and those who forget the past are condemned to repeat. In 1942 on the streets of America, they checked your name, they checked your face. If you resisted, you were killed. If others helped, their blood was spilled. If you fit the mark they came to find, they took your home, they took your life. Your fate was sealed, branded or stamped, and they you hauled away into a camp. History stays, although they try to delete it, and those who forget the past are condemned to repeat. In 1943 on the streets of Germany, they checked your name, they checked your face. If you resisted, you were killed. If others helped, their blood was spilled. If you fit the mark they came to find, they took your home, they took your life. Your fate was sealed, branded or stamped, and they you hauled away into a camp. History stays, although they try to delete it, and those who forget the past are condemned to repeat it.
I want to highlight 2 comments here. Is this lesson stars as living beings, angels linked in your description? If you want, I can send that PDF that I put up together. And just when we finish this video, this live stream, leave a comment saying, can I have the PDF of that angels? And I'll just send it to you. I'll upload to Google Drive, and then you download. And as far as these are the comments, stars are not angels. What are the stars? Because I went to the Bible to know what the stars are, and the Bible several times described stars as angels. So if you say stars are not angels, don't listen to that nonsense. I mean, what are the stars? Because the Bible says the stars, the host of heavens, they listen, they answer, they fight, they fought King Caesar. So what are the stars? How big are they? Are you coming from a globe heliocentric cosmology point of view, that stars are ball of gases, giant in the sky? I don't know. I look at the Bible for guidance. I don't go through regular science, to mainstream science. So you go try to look at the words and see, what the stars are messengers. They are placed in heaven for telling the time. They tell the years. Some of them disobeyed the Lord. They didn't keep their command. That's why they are Peter. In Peter, 2 Peter says that they are bound. because they didn't keep the command of God. So they obey, they have to obey, they listen. They have free will, because they disobeyed. So, I coming from the biblical, I search for my answers in the Bible, and it points like stars are angels. That's what it's guiding me, All right, guys, I think now it's safe to end the show. Thanks so much for being here. I appreciate. May the Lord bless each and every one of you. I hope you have enjoyed it, It's nice to talk to you guys and share our thoughts and fears, a lot of fears and a lot of uncertainty, a lot of things going on. So, but remember, guys, the TFE, actors, shields, control opposition, no 24-hour sun in Antarctica. The sun cannot go against the flow of the stars, It's just like Anthony Powell just debunked the whole TFE. All right? Thanks so much for being here, each one of you. May the Lord bless you and keep us safe, Give us guidance and give us, I don't know, like protect us from the evil, from this. Have you seen what? I've seen a couple of videos on the Epstein files. They just dumped a bunch of more. You see how evil these people who are ruling over us are. They are evil people, they kill, they eat people. I mean, it's crazy. So we are ruled by devil worshippers. So may the Lord keep us safe from all those devil worshippers. See you guys next weekend if the Lord so allow us to be here. Take care. Bye-bye.
Wonderful, magical, celestial light, fantastical, mystical, wonderful sight. Belgian Swiss physicist Auguste Piccard, 1931, first to reach for the stars, was the first to explore the air view stratosphereus, a scientist curious to see what was there. An aluminium black ball on a helium balloon, with photos and instruments, sailed towards the moon, rose in just half an hour, 52,000 feet, 10 miles of dense air pressure, up a dead drop in heat and cold, but disproving gravity. Wonderful, mystical, beautiful sight, flat line separation of black from blue light, a world run by deceivers, false make-believers, hiding in shadows, stealing our light. Mystical, fluorescent light, wonderful, magical, awesome, yes, stealing our light. Wonderful, legendary light, supernatural, eternal, supernatural. Up we go, higher than rainbows, higher than mountains, above cumulonimbus, higher than air, high level horizon, 360 around us, but right round behind us, any height that you dare. The sun and the moon both revolve above around us, can forever show time pass intelligently there. You'll never beat us, you'll never defeat us, no more you deceive us, you through you like air. Kipper and Picard were the first ever known to reach up there. Divine luminescent light, mystical, wonderful, celestial light. So what was their eternal testimony? What did they report back to humanity? Said it seemed like a flat disk far as eyes can see, with an upturned edge fading into infinity. A mystical, ethereal, celestial sight, a divine creation, a clockwork of light, designed hid by deceivers and false make-believers, still cowering in shadows, still fearing our light. Here we go, higher than Everest, higher than airplanes, above zero cumulus, higher when they reach for the stars. Explorers and physicists, Kipper and Picard.